The Curse of Abundance. A short, scary story. Written by Stories from the Attic. Narrated by Robin Mcconnell. I was going to say that it all started with a toothache, but that's not quite right. It really started the day before, with a decision. A stupid decision made with the sort of offhand nonchalance with which people like me make decisions about places like theirs. It was a bad decision, one that I regret to this day, and one that I probably always will. On the other hand, the decision to go to Greece in the first place had been a good one, though of course that decision wasn't really mine. It had been the run-up to exam season, and as the teacher with the highest number of exam classes in the school, and as a consequence the teacher with the highest number of mock examination papers to mark, by the time the half-term break came around, I was absolutely exhausted. For what seemed like months, I was either in the classroom teaching, planning the lessons I would be teaching the following day, or marking examination papers from one of the 4 exam classes, all of which had multiple papers for me to plough through. I lost count of the times that I had woken up, a stone-cold cup of ridiculously strong coffee beside me, slumped in the early hours of the morning over one badly constructed essay or another, having fallen asleep at my desk at home. Usually the only thing that stopped me from sleeping right through the night in this position was Bella, my trusty golden retriever, who had herself become restless since her usual long walks on the moors by my home had been severely curtailed by my ridiculous workload. Partly to blame for this push-paper mountain was Helen, my faculty head in the English Language and Literature department, who, having had her rather prodigious nose put out of joint by a younger and more dynamic teacher arriving on the scene and overtaking her in terms of popularity, had taken it upon herself to clip my wings by burying me under a mountain of paperwork and giving me the heaviest teaching timetable in the entire school. The other part of the blame lay with me and my stubbornness. I refused to allow this act of sabotage to affect my teaching, and in an effort to carry on to my usual standard, whilst also navigating the myriad pointless tasks I was given by Helen, I was working myself into the ground. A break was exactly what I needed. Luckily, a few days before the end of term, I received a phone call from my friend Claire, telling me that she had booked a week in Greece for the pair of us, and that no was not an option. Claire, who was also a teacher, and in fact the kind of head of faculty I would have loved to work under in the history department, had watched my victimization at the hands of Helen, and had decided to stage an intervention. When I protested her decision to book a holiday without even bothering to ask me, she simply laughed.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?